Thank you for the introduction, Krishna. I think, yeah, you've pretty much summed it up on what we're trying to do. Uh, at ATRISI, we are basically a research and innovation center. We work with people, we work with learners, we work with professionals to build the things. So I've been building a lot. I have. I started my career back with TCS. Then I moved to a UK-based company which was into business intelligence and analytics. We were doing customer insights and analytics then. Then from there, I moved to GE, General Electric. So the founders of the bulb or the inventors of the bulb, it's their company. So they scaled up to, making aeroplane engines, aircraft engines, subsea drilling. So all those industrial manufacturing. So that was a 126 years old company. So a lot of learning on leadership, a lot of learning on, how to deal with the things and the environment, which is mission critical. From there, I moved to Google. Google, I was doing trust and safety, OAuth abuse analysis, wherein I was trying to figure out who are the good actors and who are the bad actors in Google's OAuth ecosystem, uh, which is nothing but your sign in with Google. So anyone who's using that sign in with Google had to go through my audit to probably get that access and get that quota. And from there, I moved to Oracle, which was my last professional endeavor. I was working from home for 5 years, almost 6 years, and that's when I moved to. I decided, I've had enough of building. I've had enough of you know solving problems, I would say. And yeah, that's when I got an opportunity with LPU to lead AI and ML. That's where I've interacted with a lot of people here, and that's where I decided I should do something for education, and that's why we have this program called as Amplify with AI. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to take your ideas, work with you, build your things, build your architecture, solve a problem, and then take it out everywhere. So with that, if you want to pursue a career, you can probably, pitch that up to industries and companies and showcase your skills. If you want us to do that, we'll be happy to do that. So I'll probably use my intent and connects to, showcase that, we have people in our community who are working really hard to build the things. So that's where I'm coming from. I'll what I've done here is like, since AI is already there and you guys know how to deal and do a lot of chat GPT. So I'll be just using that skill and we'll build something out of it. And by the end of this 7 hours session split across 7 days, we will have we'll have you build the things and then validate, is AI really good or is AI a bubble or is AI something that, it will tamper your skills? Is it opportunistic? Is it unrealistic? Is it surreal? So I'll leave that up to you guys. But yeah, I mean, that's the idea. And once we're done with the 7 days cohort, uh, ideally, I mean, if you're good enough, if you're smart enough, if you've done all the courses, if you've done all the learnings that you have done across the videos, I think within 7 days you should be able to give it like build the things. And for that, I think Krishna will talk to you about build a challenge. So that's a 3-step thing where you'll put your GitHub, you'll put your showcase video, and that will also act as a data for a 3C to pitch it across the either the startup ecosystem or the industry ecosystem to showcase that these are the guys who really built it, who really figured it out. So that's the intent. Krishna, anything that I need to cover? And guys, I think it's open floor for another 10 minutes. If you want, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, uh, anything, what do I do? What do you want to do? Please go ahead. Krishna, even if you have any questions, you can please shoot.
Yeah, surely, thank you for, sharing your the amazing, exciting roller coaster experience that you had into the corporate and as well as into the academic level. I know I would like, for you to share your first experience with AI, and how was it, and what was your, biggest learning, and why do you think that why building matters more than collecting certificates? If you throw some light on this, would be very helpful.
Yeah, so I think I am of pre-AI era, as you would call it. I mean, 2022 November, I think it's when OpenAI launched its ChatGPT. But to be honest, with the companies that I've worked, AI was already there. I mean, um, uh, think of it this way: if you have a McAfee antivirus giving you warning, isn't it reading all the patterns of all the logs and then giving you that kind of warning? So if you look at it, we are trying to consolidate a lot of logs and give you that warning that there's some kind of anomaly. So there was a lot of classical machine learning. There was a lot of classical supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Then we moved from reinforcement learning. Then we moved to the generative AI. So my experience was AI was more like data driven. To be honest, Krishna, like we took data and we showed it on the dashboard, so that's one consumption layer where decisions are made. But with AI coming in, the data remains the same, but the consumption layer changes. So if you're starting with a chat gpt now, you'll have to give a lot of data, and that's when it will start giving you results. So that kind of process was already there. So as an architect, I realized that there is a higher level of abstraction that we can deal with, and once we have that higher level of abstraction, solving problem is the quickest thing that you can do. So that was my experience with AI. What was the other question for the certifications and all? See, to be honest, uh, just looking at very pragmatically, if you are a company, if you're an organization, and if you're investing on some talent, what is something that you would expect? That's the larger question. So if you look at it from an organization will think ki, now you have resources, now you have videos, now you have everything that is available. And what are you making out of it? And if you're able to showcase what you're making out of it, that will give them an idea that where do they start building from. So there is a learning curve associated in every job that you do, every corporate experience that you have. If you can shorten that learning curve, it's good enough. Certificates is a validation proof of that, yeah, we have shortened it up. But when it comes to proving your metal, when it comes to, uh, showcasing what you can do, that's the real challenge. And that's where, I think a lot of people you would have heard, there are not no job opportunities. There are ample job opportunities, my dear friends. A lot of it. It's just that you have to be at a point wherein you can showcase it. You have to tell them that with all the learning that we have, I am ahead of the curve. And once you're able to do that, I think sky is the limit. Yep.
True words, Sharia. Okay, students, if there is one thing you should remember today, it's this: like, you don't need to be an expert. You do not need years of coding experience. You simply need a structured system and the willingness to build. Just a moment, let me share my screen.